Big A Anthony Stabile here with the analysis and a betting preview for Kentucky Derby 147 this Saturday, May 1st. Historic Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Great to get back to a traditional Kentucky Derby, and it's been a fun traditional Kentucky Derby trail after a year of uncertainty last year with the COVID-19 back, all of the preps where they belong. And it's been an unusual ride this year along the trail. We've seen some of the faster horses, namely Life is Good, go to the sidelines and leave us with a little bit of a murky Derby picture. And that's strange to say when the undefeated Breeders' Cup Juvenile and Eclipse Award 2-year-old champion Essential Quality has done nothing wrong. He's a perfect 5 for 5. He has a win at Churchill Downs, which for me is very important when it comes to the Kentucky Derby. He just hasn't run as fast as some of our prior 2-year-old champs who have gone on to run well and do well in the Derby. With that said, he is the most likely winner of this race. He has a number of races that if he can step up off that effort, he'll be very tough to beat. So he is certainly a player in here. But again, with a resume like he has, unusual for him not to be the alpha, the dominant horse. You'll see a lot of handicappers trying to take a shot against him. And while I'm not that strongly against him, it's kind of hard to take him at 2-1 or 5-2 as the favorite in the field. That's wide open. One of the things you'll hear about in the hours leading up to the Derby is the pace. When Caddo River was declared, pace became a little murky as well. I think Medina Spirit's going to go to the lead. I think that kind of hurts his chances. And I don't really want the horse who's probably going to be closest to him, Hot Rod Charlie, who won the Louisiana Derby in gate-to-wire fashion. The horse that was the winner of the Santa Anita Derby, though, that went wire to wire, Rock Your World. I think Joel Rosario is coming back aboard, will keep him just off the pace. I think he's a major player in here. He has just one dirt race. He's the only horse in the race with a triple-digit Beyer speed figure, which to me is important. I'm not the biggest proponent of speed figures, and I'm not a guy that's going to solely rely on them, but this horse was visually impressive, and he has run the fastest race of what is left of this crop at this point for Kentucky Derby 147. So we'll use Rock Your World, we'll use Essential Quality, but the two horses I want to focus on are Highly Motivated, who was closest to Essential Quality last time in the Bluegrass. Highly Motivated, a 2-turn race for the first time in the Bluegrass. He was asked to go to the lead for the first time in the Bluegrass, and he handled both beautifully. He got run down late in the game by the champ. Not going to hold that against him. I think he's going to move up. Last year he ran 3 times. His third race of his form cycle was his best. He won the first race on Breeders' Cup weekend, the Nyquist, down at Keeneland. This year, this will be his third race. He ran well in the Gotham. He ran really well in the Bluegrass. If he takes that step forward like he did last year from start 2 to start 3 and does that this year as part of his form cycle, he'll be right on the money in this Derby on Saturday. The top pick, though, we're going to go with the number 7, Mandaloon. And he's a little bit of a outside of the box pick. But he was a horse 7-8 weeks ago after he won the Risen Star down at the fairgrounds. That was one of the favorites. He was considered one of the favorites for the Derby. He came back in the Louisiana Derby back in the middle of March, and he did not run a step. Trainer Brad Cox, jockey Florent Giroux don't really have an excuse as to what happened last time. I think that despite the fact that he ran at the fairgrounds 3 times this winter, that racetrack last time in Louisiana Derby was a lot quicker and sharper than it was in the Lecomte, where he finished 3rd, and in the Risen Star that he won. I think that track was quicker. He was closer to a quicker pace. The blinkers that were put on 2 starts back have kind of sharpened him up a little bit. Hoping that Florent Giroux can get him off the pace, maybe 4 or 5 lengths off the lead behind that first bunch of speed we mentioned earlier. I think Mandaloon's in with an upset chance. No horse has trained better in the days leading up and weeks to Kentucky Derby 147. So 7 Mandaloon, 17 Highly Motivated, 14 Essential Quality, 15 Rock Your World, the 1 Known Agenda, the 10 Midnight Bourbon, the 16 King Fury, and the 18 Superstock. Some horses I'll use in the mix as well. Head to VegasInsider.com. Derby previews are up. Pick packs available for both Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby Day. I like Malathaat under search results in the Kentucky Oaks. Have a great Oaks and Derby weekend, everyone. Don't forget, head over to VegasInsider.com for all of your Kentucky Derby needs.